Welcome to Ann Arbor and the Big House, home to one of the most storied programs in college football and the first one to win 1,000 games, the Michigan Wolverines. First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. They're trying to get to it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. Makes the catch on the left. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Wolverines! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all.
He lobs one high down the left side. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. It's complete. And he breaks into the open. The 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Quick strike touchdown. Comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football. So much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Pulls it, fired, complete. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get any breathing room on that last run. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to pass, it's Collins. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, but he just decided to take off.
Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it. He's going to let it go. Got it. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. They'll try to blast their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. Making great decisions, that's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Grbac, and the guy, can't remember, drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
Dropping back, it's Collins. He's got his man across the middle. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do.
And that pass intercepted. He goes out of bounds. The offense lining up for a first down play. Wide out in motion. Makes the quick grab. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's got it on the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires left. Makes the grab. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quickly complete. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking to move it through the air. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. From the gun, running back on the move. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. Grabbed in the middle, it's Dahl. Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. And the Wolverines have pushed it inside the 20. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Wolverines. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out. He's going to throw deep right side. He toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Michigan! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Leaves it with the running back. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold it. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense set on first down. They'll try the right side. Knocked down for the tackle. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines! That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense?
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David.
Welcome to America's heartland, Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. Memorial Stadium will be jumping in anticipation of what we've got in store today. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Indiana Hoosiers. 48. First down for this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's going to take off. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to throw, it's Collins. Getting some heat. And the sophomore has to get that one out in front of his receiver. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment.
Unloads it downfield. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. The Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Unloads to the right. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And the Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw it again. Lets it go to the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. What will the offense dial up on 3rd and goal? Grabbed in the backfield. It's Burns. And they knock him down in the backfield. Outstanding play by the defense. And they'll send out the field goal unit. What a disappointment. No. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. You've got a 3rd and manageable, back up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
That is a jolt of energy for the offense to get out of trouble in field position, and now all kinds of room to work. Catch in the middle, it's Burns. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Collins. Throws for the tight end. He makes a grab. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Michigan! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Looking to throw on second down. He'll try to do it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. He finds his man. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Wolverines send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guy.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive.
He lets one fly deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at 3rd. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intention. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
And that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Finds his man enough for the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Trying to get to him. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. Movement here from the tight end. On the ground with the counter. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quick pass on the jet motion. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. And as if a 60-yarder wasn't tough enough, he's not even straight on. From the right hash, he'll have to unleash a beauty. Oh, and the attempt is no good. Flag on the field, and the kicker's going to have a little bit shorter distance to work with here. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty's going to give the offense a first down. Oh, the attempt is... First down here for the offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The give to the tailback. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Give to the running back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Looking to pass. It's Collins coming after him. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. Good job by the coverage unit. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is...
He tries to take the top off. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Yeah, and that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Not going to risk a... Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Off play action on 1st down. Throwing right. It's caught downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future. And your decision to go for it on 4th down has a lot to do with your kicker. How strong is his leg? Some of these guys nowadays, they can boot the ball 50, 60 yards, no problem. Do I believe in him or do I go for it? And they believed in their offense, they went for it, and they got the 1st down.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
This is a no-brainer right now. After that incompletion, trailing by what you are in this area of the field, 4th and short, just kick the field goal. It's what you need to give yourself a chance to win.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes the catch, he's got enough. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. Might be looking to run. Touchdown Wolverines! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the 1st down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that one 1st down ends this football game.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Back to throw, it's Rock. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Brings it down on the right side. Touchdown, Michigan! Reeled it in and just made the house call. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this